What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Breaking It Down podcast. Today I'm going to give you breakouts for the second half of your fantasy football seasons. If you don't have these guys, maybe look into buying them. Pick them up off the waiver wire if they're somehow available. Yeah, these guys could blow up second half of the year. First off is Jackson Dart. He's been looking really, really good as a rookie. He's actually decently available on some waiver wires. And on top of that, especially in one quarterback leagues, those are the main ones I'm excited to pick him up in because he's got a pretty nice schedule the rest of the way out. Also, his rushing upside is really slept on. He has had a very good, very, very safe floor when it comes to fantasy just because he rushes the ball so much. And although he lost Malik, Kim's guy is playing well, and this team is looking kind of interesting. So he's a very, very good quarterback for the second half of the year. A couple running backs. Woody Marks has been taking over the snaps, had over 60% of the snaps the first time all season last week. Really, really looking nice. Looks a lot better than Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon. Might not be back this year at all. He's been taking over the touches. He's been just looking really good. I can see him really start getting a very good role in the second half of the year. Trey Benson will be designated to come off IR in the next few weeks. He got hurt. Obviously, no James Conner. Obviously, Bam Knight, Michael Carter have been playing for him. But when Benson gets back, I think he can really take over this backfield again. And I think he could really, really have a really good second half of the year and lead teams to championships possibly. A couple of wide receivers yet. Wan'Dale Robinson. Currently, it's like top 25 right now in points, and he does not have top 25 value. I really think he's a very cheap buy, and he's been producing because the Giants have nobody at receiver right now with Malik Neighbors tearing his ACL earlier in the year. So I really, really like Wan'Dale for the second half of the year. Jordan Addison has looked amazing since coming back from suspension. Obviously, there's question marks if J.J. McCarthy can support two wide receivers. Obviously, Justin Jefferson. And then Jordan Addison. We'll at least look to see, but so far the guy's been averaging 15 fantasy points per game, has looked really, really good. And so he's I think second half of the year he could really, really turn it up. Ricky Pearsall got injured about 4 weeks ago and hasn't been on the field much, and due to that his price has kind of fallen a lot. I really, really think he could have a really solid second half of the year if he stays healthy. So he's another guy I really, really want to look into buying. He played really, really well when he was on the field, averaged 14 points per game, I believe, if not a little bit higher, somewhere around there. So I really like what he's done with what he had. Now, one tight end that's kind of interesting is Mason Taylor. And the reason I say Mason Taylor is because he's the number 2 option on his team. He's on the Jets, so really unfortunate there. But Tyrod Taylor is starting this week, and I really trust Tyrod Taylor with passing volume more than Justin Fields. And Mason Taylor's already had some decent weeks, 9 catches, 6 catches here. So I really like him as another guy that could break out the second half of the year. There are a few breakouts the second half of the fantasy year. Hopefully, they can lead you to a championship. See y'all next time.